Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.
All right, what is up, Storm Chasers? Listen, we got a lot to get into this evening, baby. Let me get my collar right. Oh my lordy. We got a lot to get into, okay? Before we get into everything, remember that every single video is sponsored by freecash.com. The link to freecash.com, you're going to see it pinned in the live chat. You're going to see it in the comment section after this live ends when you're watching it on the playback way back. And you can also scan the QR code in the upper left-hand corner right here, all right? What happens is you create a profile, and baby, you literally get paid to play games. As a matter of fact, they're giving you $10 just to sign up when you use my code or my link, all right? Do that today. You know we all need some money, baby. Labor Day coming around the corner. The kids finna go back to school. The holidays around the corner. Baby, you ain't got to call Tyrone. You ain't got to call Nate, baby. You scan that QR code and you hit that link. In addition to that, make sure you get your tickets for Monetize Your Mouth. Our new webinar is July 28th through the 30th. Okay, a 3-day live webinar where we go over algorithm, not thumbnails, algorithm. Damn, now I can't remember. The editing, we're going to actually focus on editing as well as hooks for your videos. Those things that keep people coming back to your video again and again and again. We're going to be going over all that, all right? Anyway, let's get right on into the shiz. Let's get right on. Ooh, who didn't send me a cat? Oh, okay, that's it. I spent some money. All right, so let's get right on into the shiz. All right, to start off the show, we got to come in give the update on Nolan Wells. I actually did a pre-recorded video and uploaded it yesterday. This was a young man who I didn't even realize, not that it matters, but we're just talking, okay? Not that it even matters, but we're just talking. I didn't even realize that the young man was half Asian. I thought he was just black, but then when I saw the pictures of his parents and I really took another look at him again, he kind of looked like Tiger Woods in the face almost. He kind of got that Tiger Woods look to his face if you really, really think about it. So, you know, we all, you see what I'm saying? You see the Asian in his face now that you really look. So, handsome young man that, you know, was tragically deleted. We already know what it was. You know, it was, you know, he was the only black young man around a bunch of white boys, around a bunch of white people, point blank, period. And we already know that something devious happened to this man. We ain't got to BS around it. We ain't got to guess. We already know. It's just all about proving it. Although I don't think they're going to get far. I don't give a damn who they hire simply because it's Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? But as the details come out, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, praying for that family and praying for him. But here's why I brought up the Asian thing before I play the update. Okay. I brought up him being mixed race because, you know, immediately we was like, look, when you the only black person, you ain't got no time, you ain't got no place being around all white people. Make sure you're not the only black person. Make sure you're not the only black person. We kept like that was a sentiment on social media, right? But once I realized he was mixed, I said, wow, maybe his, you know, when it comes to biracial people, sometimes their worldview is different than just a monoracial black person, even though he presents as a monoracial black person. And at the end of the day, that one drop rule, especially in Mississippi, is still very much a thing. Okay, so, you know, I had kind of thought like, wow, maybe he really was so comfortable being around white people like that because he's mixed race himself. Anyway, let's play this update. Benjamin Crump had went on ABC News. Where are my headphones at? And then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this in real quick. Okay. Let me pop that in. And then maybe we're going to talk about it. Okay. Let's play this. There we go.
Explain to Nolan's younger brothers and sisters what happened, Daddy. What happened?
Can you clarify for us what was going on with his cell phone?
Yeah, and that's something that's really troubling to his family as well. You know, the guys on the boat, they said Nolan stayed, but they took his cell phone. That's not adding up to them. The fact that then when the family gets the cell phone back, Lindsay, they're saying they are trying to understand why they're deleted messages. And so it's very concerning to them.
And we know that Nolan was a great athlete on the football field. Do we have any sense of how comfortable he was around water and boats?
You know, his father said he was an elite athlete, that he prided himself on his physical prowess. He said that his son could swim, and so they're just not accepting.
So he didn't. So we already know he didn't drown in, because that's another thing too. Especially, hey, I'm not trying to be funny, but you know it's a stereotype with us as Black people that we can't swim, and there have been a lot of Black people that have had near death experiences or have actually drowned. Being at the beach, being at a pool party. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was another thing people were saying too. Well, wow, well, maybe he fell off the boat and he couldn't actually swim. No. He was a star athlete. He could absolutely swim. So we can that drowning theory, we can go ahead and throw that out too. Although what I will say is, let me think, should I say that? I'm gonna just say this. I really hope they don't try to go with that narrative. Just like the chef at the Obama's house. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay. I just said that real quick. All right, you know, that's a rumble conversation.
That Nolan drowned accidentally.
Beyond the headlines, have the Wells family said how they would like Nolan to be remembered?
Yeah, everybody, not only his parents, but the whole community, his teachers, his coaches, the people at his college, they're saying he was just a great guy. Always trying to be supportive, be encouraging, wanted to make the world a better place. His mother talked about his smile, and she's like, she doesn't know when she's ever going to smile again.
Mr. Crump, we thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah. Long story short, we need them white boys that he was with. I need to know how and why, okay, was a bunch of his text messages deleted before his phone was given back to his parents, number one. Number two, why would he get off the boat and stay behind on the island while y'all go and then you guys go about your business? That doesn't make sense. Number three, everybody know your cell phone stay attached to your hip. I do not believe that young man would have left his phone with them boys while he stayed behind and they left. That don't make no sense to me. That just don't make no sense to me. I'm not buying it. Now, what I was told, according to one of my sources, is that one of those boys, if you go back and you look at that picture of the white boys on that boat with him, one of those boys is related to a KKK member. And what I was told is that we need to look at the deletion of Nolan as like a KKK initiation, because apparently in order to get into it, you have to delete a book, so to speak. So the family of those boys, baby, they need to be researched. Somebody got a connection to the Klan, and we just got to figure out who. But I was told somebody got a connection to the Klan. Now, there was another young lady who she has her own page on Instagram. She reports as well. And she dropped this off. She said, Nolan Xavier Wells' friend exposes what allegedly happened during his last moment on Earth. So let's play this. She DM me. Shout out to by Janice Ayers on Instagram.
I just wanted to come up here and say that Nolan was my friend, and that all these like stories going around.
Wow. And right as I was talking about the KKK, tell me why the numbers in the chat went to 666.
Like, even from like our point of view, because we're getting it different than what the public is seeing because we're at the behind the scenes. But they definitely did something to him, and they're all trying to change the story. Everybody that was near that boat is trying to defend all their other friends, and every time you talk to a different person, the story is changing.
Wow. Can you tell that to the guy that just left off this panel? What was his name?
He's on. I don't remember.
Yeah, I bet he is.
So Alexis, Cindy is saying be careful. But is there anything that you can tell us in detail, like that you feel safe saying? I don't want you to say anything that you can't say or don't feel safe saying.
Like, what do you want to know?
So what exactly happened from you guys' side?
From our side, there was an altercation with a different boat, which had other kids on it, black kids, and there was an altercation. There was a fight, something happened, and they went back to their respective boats or whatever. And when his best friend was on the other boat, so when he went to go like check up on Nolan and everything after the fight, Nolan's boat was gone, but they had stayed for a couple more hours. And so when they got back to land, they had his phone. So Nolan didn't even have his phone. The phone was at one of the boys' houses, and they didn't want to give it to his parents, and they had to send somebody to go get the phone from his house. That's why, like, when we checked his location, everybody was like thinking that it wasn't serious because we saw his location and said he was in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, like at his house. But they wouldn't give his phone back to his parents, and they were seen eating out the next day.
Wow.
And when somebody asked them, like, hey, why aren't you out looking for your friend? They said, y'all already think we did it.
Wow. Wow. Some friends you have in this world, right? So think about it. Their friend went missing. Them white boys didn't miss a step, continued on with their life after they had deleted all the evidence. You know they huddled together and said, hey, you don't say shit. You don't say shit. I ain't gonna say nothing. We keep this all quiet. They're gonna take this secret to the grave. They're gonna take this secret to the grave. Believe that. And wow. No concern for him, no nothing. Just, oh, well, y'all already think we did it anyway. Basically telling you we did do it. Bitch, we ain't worried about getting caught, and it is what it is. I think that's interesting. That's very interesting, ain't it? Yeah, they came up with a pack. Sure did. They were sus. I could tell from the get-go. Yeah. Listen, you will really be up on the people who hate your fucking guts. You really will be. If you ain't careful, if you ain't got no discernment. But see, I blame. Oh, yeah. But I blame his parents for not teaching him and keeping him up on game. I looked into his high school, Ocean Springs High School, all that. That young man was used to being around the majority white people. When I looked at the graduating class from Ocean Springs, it was mostly white. I didn't see no brown. I didn't see no chocolate up in there. So he has grown up around these people, around white culture, and he really thought shit was sweet. He really thought shit was sweet. Thank you. Same story as Tamala. Same. I need to do her story too. Let me know in the chat if y'all here for me digging into these different stories of these black people going missing. Horsford, that was her name. Yeah, she went to a sleepover with her homegirls. They all in mansion pajamas, got their wine. You think it's just an ice cream and wine, cheese and crackers, snacks, have girl talk, all this, all that. She come up missing. She come up dead. Okay? Listen, y'all got to do me a favor. Y'all got to watch it, though. If I and I put it up, it's not funny, but when I put it up, y'all got to watch it. But what I think I'm going to do, because I think, like, you guys look for the lives versus, like, videos. And then, YouTube separated everything, so it's stupid now. But I think I'm just like, when I do that, I'm going to premiere it or I'll do it live. Would you rather me premiere it or do it like a live video? Tell me that what you would rather do. See. They made sure to take that happy pic. Yes, they did. That's why I stay out of places where I'm not supposed to be. Please do, Storm. Okay? Live, premiere, live. Okay, looks like it's going to be live. Either premiere or live. Okay, I got you. Live so we can talk in the chat. Okay, all right. Let me go back to this.
Did what?
Exactly. And then also that night, they were seen at multiple parties when they got back from the island around like 7 o'clock. So they still continued to go out that night, knowing that Nolan wasn't with them and that nobody had seen him.
So what pisses me off the most is they did allegedly whatever they did, but on top of that, they didn't even care. You're partying.
Think about how evil that is. Your friend is missing. Y'all went to the island together, but you left without him. You ain't heard from him. His parents are panicking. They went on about their day. Went on to the next party. Act like the shit really didn't happen. Man, if y'all don't see that this was a ritual, this was definitely a fucking ritual. Like, do we really have to keep trying to guess? Come on now.
Sorry.
No.
I'm
yes,
so sorry.
Yes, I'm definitely sorry that
Yeah,
you guys.
sorry.
That being said, kids do stupid stuff all the time.
That's not stupid. They just didn't care.
Somebody.
Okay, I want to respond to this. Look, that's why y'all like me being live, so I respond to the comments. Okay, black parents always tell you that everyone is not your friend. Yes, they do. But biracial kids grow up a little different. Okay? All these cultural teachings and sayings and all those things, that comes from black women. That comes from your black mothers and your grandmothers. I'm not saying you don't get wisdom from your father, even as a male child, because yes, you do, and yes, you're supposed to. But for the most part, culture is passed down from the mother. Can we agree to that? Shout out to Cynthia G. Yes, it reminds me of the Shanquilla case. And they was black that did that to her. However, she was around a bunch of motherfuckers that weren't her friends either. She had no business around them damn bums. That girl had two business. She had two shops, entrepreneur, like fly car. She stayed fly. She was young and attractive. She had no business around them damn bums. They weren't her damn friends either. Thank you. He didn't have a black mom to teach him. Thank you. You get that from your mother or your grandmother. Mothers, grandmothers, aunties. You get that from them. You don't. If you don't have a black mother, you are raised differently. And I'm gonna say this too. Yes, it does depend if you look white or black passing them. That's true too. That's a good point too. Listen, that's a good point too. Because what I've noticed is that the biracial kids that you can't tell are biracial, they do everything to let you know they biracial, baby. They will claim that other side even before they claim they black side. It's interesting the way things end up working out. But what I will say is you get your culture from your mother, right? Whatever race of mother you're raised by, okay? The female figure, because women are our first teachers. Because usually it's a woman that's doing the child rearing. That's just what it is. So when you as a black man go outside of your race and you create children, his father did it in the marriage and did it the right way, and this ain't even about race, but it is about race. A lot of times as a black man, when you go outside your culture, you have biracial children and you try to keep them from everything that is black. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to talk about this old man. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to be respectful because at the end of the day, their child is gone. So this ain't about that, but we having a conversation. Okay. I can tell you, being a black man, a lot of times when we go outside of our race and we have families, we shy away from anything that reminds us of where we come from. So then we have kids and they don't know the little, they don't really know the Black American experience. Oh, you said his dad is African. Okay, but was his dad raised in America or was his dad raised in Africa? That's a whole then that really. I thought his mom is black. His mom looked Asian. Ain't no excuse. Yeah, they can't pick up on the microaggressions. They don't. And I'm just telling you, as a black man, I've been around black men when a lot of times when they have kids outside their race, baby, they don't talk nothing black to them. They don't talk nothing black to them. They don't. Just keeping it real. They shield them from that. They shy away from that. A lot of times when black men have all kinds of trauma around that, so they don't want no reminders of that. You know? But that hurts your kids. That hurts your biracial kids because, of course, they still got to go through this world, you know, and navigate dark skin. Being
unalive is something stupid. Is you for real? What is y'all talking about in these comments today? Listen, what you just said was stupid. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So, sorry, Alexis, quickly, you said there was the altercation that happened on the boat was with other black kids. There were other black people on the island.
There obviously, yes, but they rode on separate boats. There was supposed to be other black people on the boat with Nolan, but they got told last minute that they couldn't go because there wasn't like enough space. But the story that they keep trying to push out to everybody is that the boat was sinking and taking on water, and they were telling Nolan that he needed to get on the boat, but Nolan wanted to stay back with a girl that he never met, which he wouldn't have done, because if that was like, we're all from the same surrounding areas, she goes to Moss Point, which is like 20 minutes away. Why could you not hang out on land when you got back?
If the boat that you came in was sinking and you knew.
Okay. So it was supposed to be other black kids on a boat, but they didn't let them get on because they didn't have space. No, they didn't let them other black kids get on because they had plans for Nolan, number one. Number two, let me answer your question. Kelly said, were you treated fairly at your all-white college? I'm being honest with you. I had I'm trying to think, how many racist experiences did I have? I had a couple on campus, but it was more like microaggressions. It was more of like ignorant shit. Now, the school I went to was 95% white when I went. Because I think out of 6,000 students or whatever, it was maybe 200 of us that were black on campus. In the actual city that it was in, it was 98% white. And I moved around in the city, worked in the city, all that. Wasn't shit there, you know, it was a little bumfuck town or whatever. It was a little bumfuck town, Kirksville, Missouri. Wasn't nothing there. About 2.5 hours north of Mizzou, if you've ever heard of Mizzou. And that's in Columbia, Missouri. And it's mostly white people there too. But anyway, but had jobs and shit in the city, worked at the radio station, at the country rock radio station, had no issues. Had a couple microaggression experiences on campus. Remember, I told y'all that story about that white girl who she didn't try to like falsely accuse me of SA, but she flipped the situation and tried to say I was trying to. And that wasn't true. She asked me to. So I had a couple things like that. But it's only by the grace of God that I was kept safe. It's only by the grace of God. Because I was wilding out. It's only by the grace of God that I was safe. And I made it back. And that's just a fact. And knowing what I know now, if I could go back, nah, I wouldn't have went. I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't have went. I would have took my black ass to Hampton University. That's where I would have went. That's really where I really wanted to go. But to answer your question, for the most part, it was okay. Couple microaggressions, but I can't lie and say I had a horrible time. Like that ain't the truth.
That.
And so that was like the crazy thing is that they're talking about, oh, the boat was sinking. And he didn't want to get on the boat and the boat had to get towed back. But if that was the case and he said he wanted to stay there, why did you take his phone back and not leave him on an island without a way to get home?
So, Alexis, I do want to ask you this. Bubba is asking in the chat, what was the fight about? Do you know what the fight was about?
Do not. I think it was like just people got heated. There was obviously drinking and stuff, and they were probably arguing about something and it just escalated more than it should have. But in the videos that you can see, obviously the fight was loud enough and big enough to cause all the other surrounding boats to pay attention and that be the main focus of what everybody was seeing at the time.
And Alexis, I do want to ask you something else. How long were they friends?
They've been friends for a minute. I mean, these people have gone to school together since elementary school.
I was gonna say that too. You got to remember, it's Mississippi. It's Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Most likely, them boys have went to school since they was little boys. Most likely, but that still don't matter when it comes to them. When it comes to race relations, that shit don't matter. That shit don't matter. Let's just put it that way. Tasha Nicole said, "What do you think about one of the boys having a judge as a mom?" Well, that means they ain't gonna be held accountable. Period. We already know how this story ends. We already know. You lucky you graduated and they did not run you off. Nah, baby, they weren't running me off. Now, but I am gonna say this too, because I had been in situations where, like, I remember coming back home from school, like driving from, because St. Louis is like 4.5 hours from where our campus was. So, you know, people would pile in their cars together and, okay, I'm in Columbia, Missouri, drop me off here. You know, I live in St. Louis, drop me off there. Or the ones that lived in Kansas City, which was the opposite direction. They would link up and, you know, carpool together, right? So I remember one time I got pulled over on a highway. I was doing like 88 in the 65 in my little Chevy Spark. I had a brand new Chevy Spark. And it was me and 2 white girls in the car. And I remember we got pulled over by that cop in a city called Shelby, Missouri, something like that. And I remember that cop looked at me. I was like, oh, shit. You know, but she just gave me the ticket and kept it pushing. But she showed, when I say, it was a female cop, when I say she showed look, and she looked, she said, all right, I'm going to say this about my experience being black and being around whites, right? If I'm being very honest, what I benefit from when it comes to being around, and this ain't even a benefit, but this is just what it is. What I quote unquote, what probably quote unquote keeps me safe a lot of the times is that I'm a quote unquote a non-threatening black. I don't speak a certain way, quote unquote, and I really didn't back then. I didn't have that many tattoos back then. I didn't start getting tattoos till I was 20. So I ain't even really had no tattoos. So I was quote unquote, I don't even think I had no ear piercings either. So I was quote unquote clean cut black, right? And I'm shorter. If I was 6 feet plus, if I was dark skinned, if I spoke a certain way, I know my experience with them would be different. And that's from when I was in college. Even when I lived in Arizona, I lived in Arizona before a whole bunch of blacks started moving to Arizona. You know? Thank you. One of the good ones. Now, that's some shit I've heard my whole life. Not even just college. If I told y'all, let me tell you something. This is why I now have to even tell black parents, like just be careful putting your kids in all white schools. Because I transferred a lot. I went to a lot of different schools. I went to all white schools. I went to mostly black and even mixed schools, right? And when I tell you the shit that has been said to me by teachers, coaches, people in positions of authority and power from the time I was little, if I didn't have a strong sense of self, baby, I would have been a coon. I don't know what way to put it. I would be a coon. One of the good ones. Another one I heard all the time. Oh, we don't even consider you black. You're black, but you're not that black. Yeah. You're not like them. Well, you know, you're better than them. Oh yeah. I could tell y'all some shit. I remember I had a friend, a white girl, Rebecca. I ain't gonna say her last name. Her first name is Rebecca, not the one I dated in high school. This is one like from childhood. White girl, freckles, fair skin, freckles, dark hair, all that, right? I remember her when her grandmother first saw me, I overheard, why are you friends with them? But then later on, her grandmother said, well, that's the only that could come in our house. I never actually went to her house, but you get my point. Now, y'all might say, when I was a little kid, I was probably 7, 8. Now, y'all might say, Storm, why you didn't tell your mom? My mama crazy now. My mama was crazier back then. Okay. And then was my mama's clubbing days back then. My mama was crazier back then. Okay. It's a lot of shit I didn't tell my mama because I know my mama. So it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit that I couldn't, a lot of shit in my childhood, especially when I was little. Not so much when I was junior high. When I was little, I had to just swallow that shit. Because when I say my mama was off the chain, my mama was off the chain. Listen, it was a lunch lady. That lady probably dead now. It was a lunch lady, white lady, old white lady. I was maybe 9 or 10. No. I was still in Illinois, 9. She made a crazy comment to me in the lunch section. Oh, boom. My grandmother had came up to the school. It was like a family day at school, but my grandmother came. My mom had to work. Okay. So my grandmother came. My grandmother, well, she's passed away, but she was real fair skinned. So when the lunch lady saw her, she made a comment about, oh, I would have thought she was white. It was something like, oh, she's really light for a black woman. It was something like that. I made the mistake of telling my mama that when I tell you my mama called a meeting, my mama called everybody because my mama highly confrontational. She don't give a fuck. Baby, when I say she went off, she went off. So I knew then. You know how like you got them people in your family or even friends that you know you do not call them unless you ready for a nuclear bomb to be released. If you ain't ready to go balls to the wall, you don't even tell them or bother them because you know they certified crash outs. You understand what I'm saying? You know they certified. My mom, I've seen my mama crash out. I know she's a certified crash out. You understand? I don't tell her some shit unless it's time to go there. You know, and when you love somebody and you don't want to see them throw their life away, you just be like, look, it really ain't even that serious. And people will think you being a punk. And you be like, no, bitch, I'm really trying to save you. Because if I make this phone call, that's your ass. If I make this phone call, baby, that's your ass. So it was a lot of shit in childhood I could not tell my mom because she was Looney Tunes. I knew it when she told the front desk lady at my high school, who was really trying to treat me like I was a criminal when I wasn't. When she told that lady, she said, bitch, if I gotta come up there, I'm gonna blow the motherfucker up. I remember hearing that and I was just like, Mama, you going to jail. Like, you going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, that lady didn't give me no more problems. But it's just the point of like, when you know people loony, no, I'm gonna just keep that to myself. I'm gonna just keep that to myself. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to this. Enough about me.
Yes, and I want to ask another question from the chat. I'm sorry. Dark Chocolate said, my thing is, why did the boat really have to get towed back, and was his BODY on it?
There is some speculation, like this is just like hearsay, that the boat was owned by this dude Wyatt, but when the boat got brought back, it was parked at Warren's house, which is his mom is the judge or whatever. And somebody said they drove by like later that night and like they were cleaning out the boat. Like it was like dark night, not like regular time when you would clean out a boat. It was like later at night. And then there was a girl on the boat that's not in any of the pictures or wasn't the girl that he was talking to. And when she got back on land, she turned off like her Snap location, but her best friend still had her location on Find My iPhone. And she was at, all of them were at one house for like 4 hours.
That's suspicious.
Yes.
What? Like what? First of all, like if you got back on the 4th of July, you came back, you're supposed to be having a good time still. There's like a little after party, you're still vibing. Why is everybody's Snapchats going off? Why is social media is getting deleted? Why are we acting so suspicious? Like it's 4th of July. You just had fun on an island. Like what are you doing?
Exactly. Like stop it. Like y'all up in these comments just sounding fucking slow as fuck.
Yes,
Come
and
on,
Alexis, I do want to ask you too as well. So you did already confirm that one of the parents was a judge. So thank you for that. Also, I wanted to ask you, can you confirm that all of their social media has been scrubbed? So is it scrubbed or is it deactivated?
Only 2 of them are deactivated, but a couple of them are just private now. But the mom judge, she did deactivate hers.
Well, okay. And what they're going to say is we deactivated our social media so we wouldn't be attacked in the comments, but we really know what it is, bitch. You hiding evidence. Here's the thing. Anything they delete can be retrieved. We already know that. Nothing you put in this phone is ever really truly deleted. Let's be clear. You know, like, I hope y'all know that. Anything you take a picture of, you type a voice note, you look up, you search, you can delete it. You can wipe it, but a person that know how to get in this mother, baby, they can get in here and retrieve anything. So ain't nothing. It you know, it lives in the cloud forever, whatever the cloud is. Shit, might be the damn Antichrist, but anyway, or maybe AI's the Antichrist. Anyway, that ain't the point. Ain't nothing ever fully deleted. So best believe if they really want to get them text messages, they can. They can delete whatever. They can delete whatever off Snapchat. They can delete whatever. If it's been transmitted in this phone, baby, it's in there forever.
So like only 2 of them are actually, so 3 of them I guess are deactivated, and then the rest of them are just private.
Alexis, I have a question. Based on what you know of the friends, can you shed light on their dynamic? Is Wyatt and Warren closer than, I don't know, the other guys? How does Nolan fit in the group? Is he at the bottom? Is he?
I don't know like their dynamic personally, but like they've all played sports together. Wyatt actually went to my school, so he didn't go to the same school as the other 3 kids that were in the picture. And actually the picture that's circulating, Wyatt's not even in that picture.
Okay.
And but the person that was to the left of him with the long hair and the black glasses, that's probably who he was the closest with. But the other ones, like, they're just friends that have been together. Like, we've all been at people's parties. Everybody hosts different ones. So like we all know each other from each other.
So the blue glasses is who he really doesn't know. I'm looking at the picture now. The people.
No,
with
he
the blue
knows
glasses.
all of them. But if he was like to be closer to somebody, it would be the boy that was wearing the black glasses.
Okay.
Yeah, Wyatt is he was the quarterback for Biloxi.
Now, was this an actual physical altercation that took place on land, or
somebody did get in a fight and that somebody got hit? But this was on land; it wasn't in the water.
Okay, see, because I've heard and read certain things of arguments, fighting, and you never know exactly. But you being a source is nice to know that there was an actual physical altercation.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I just wanted to play that because Nolan's friend hopped in that young lady's TikTok and told her side of the story. Do you want to work? Okay, there we go. And told her side of the story. Listen, once again, we already know what it is. Them white boys is the suspect. I'm telling y'all what I heard, that somebody in that group got a connection to the Klan. It definitely feels like a ritual to me. That 4 hours that them boys huddled together, They was coming up with alibis. They was coming up with the plan. They was deleting things. They was making sure everybody had their story straight. We already know how this goes. Shout out to Benjamin Crump for getting on the case. He has ordered an independent autopsy, and he's helping the family. But I just believe even Benjamin Crump going up against essentially the state of Mississippi and how they do things, all I can say is good luck. Good luck. Good luck. You know, they better than me because I'd have called my spiritual lady real quick. Like, you better get them crackers, bitch. You better tell me what the fuck happened. Baby, I would be like, nah, I want to know. Damn that damn justice system. We gonna get spiritual retribution, okay? All right, moving right along from that. Did y'all hear about this? Hold up. Did y'all hear about this, Mr. Tigger? Okay. So, Mr. Tigger. Okay. So, Big Tigger's wife, who has now been arrested and is in the process of being extradited to Maryland for kidnapping, she apparently had falsely accused a man of SA, allegedly. And that man that she falsely accused is now speaking out. So I want to go to, I'll read this first. So the man's name is Raymond Joyner. He said, first of all, thank you for all your efforts to clear my name. I can only hope this momentum can have an effect on me being released here sooner than later. That is the ultimate goal for me because I been knew Shawty was crazy and this ish was effed up. Everybody just went on living, though, like it was okay. And due to the fact that I don't live my life on the right side of the law, I had to have had a hand in something. Whole time I denied Shawty, so she set me up. She was stinking. Damn, she was stinking. And I rolled out and came back hours later because I was still working. And she calling me to come to her room. That's when the goofy ish started. And I left again. And while I'm checking out, she falls in the lobby on some movie ish, all beat up. And I'm like, huh? I was waiting for the police in the lobby for 45 minutes. A guilty man don't do that. Anyway, I was just telling you that envisioning it again, like, damn, that's crazy how that happened. And this the man right here. So apparently, Miss Alicia had falsely accused a man of beating her up. All right. Of beating her allegedly. Okay. So this the alleged victim's name right here, Raymond. Okay. Now we go to this page by the name of Martina Moss. This is Raymond's baby mama. Really? That's what that camera want to do now? Hold up. Listen, we ain't got time for this camera to play games now. Hold up. Okay, we'll do this for now then. That's okay. All right, so this is Martina Moss, who is Raymond's baby mama and current girlfriend. She says, hello, my name is Martina Moss, and I'm asking for someone to take a fresh look at the case involving my son's father, Raymond Joyner. Okay. She says in 2015, he was arrested after a woman, Alicia Brown, accused him of serious crimes at a hotel in Delaware. He has consistently maintained that the events happened differently than described. According to him, they met at a casino, went to a hotel together, and later had a physical altercation after he believed she was trying to rob him. He says he left the hotel believing the police would be speaking to him about the incident, only to discover he was being arrested. He was ultimately convicted and has now spent 11 years in prison. Y'all, the rabbit hole just gets deeper with this lady. Like the rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper. This is wild, right? All allegedly. Boom. Okay. I understand he was convicted in court, and I'm not asking anyone to ignore that process. I'm simply asking whether, in light of recent public developments involving Alicia Brown, there is any legal basis for independent review of the case. And there go a picture of Alicia right there. Yes, that lady look batshit crazy. Anybody with any sense can look at her and tell she batshit crazy, and it's all in her eyes. It's all in her eyes. She low-key got them Sanpaku. Ain't that what they call it? Sanpaku? Y'all know I'm country. You know when a person that been through trauma or shit and their eyes start to literally change, ain't it Sanpaku, something like that? I can look it up later. I cannot believe this is who Tigger chose to marry. I cannot believe that this is who Tigger chose to marry and have a child by in his big age in his 50s. Big Tigger waited all the way into his 50s to get a crazy ass baby mama. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? If anything, this tells me that Tigger is a gay man, because who the hell waiting until their 50s to get to knock up a crazy bitch? This tells me that nigga on the DL. He don't really date women like that because he don't even know how to pick them at his big age. Did he know any of this before he married her? Ain't no way he didn't know. He may not have known everything, but ain't no way. Listen, if this man got with this lady and didn't do no due diligence, no research on her, I ain't talking about just dating her. They married and have a child. If he didn't look into her background at all, he wild. He wild for that. He wild for that. Because best believe, anybody been around me, bitch, I did a background check on them. And a certain person, their background was they hit a lot of shit. Like it was clean. But baby, I need your full legal birth name. You hear me? And date of birth. Y'all know how I get that shit? Oh, let me fly you out. Oh, let me pay for your flight. I need your license. I remember a certain person, baby, got freaked out when I knew the high school they went to. You hear me? Oh, you went to such and such high school. How you know that? How you know that? How you know that? Mm-hmm. And did. Ain't no shame in my game. And did. If this man didn't do no research on her, he is wild. If anything, he should have just paid a woman to have his baby if he wanted a baby that damn bad. Anyway, so that was the baby mamas. The baby mama of the victim. That was her spiel. I wanted to go to this right here.
Raise your hand if you have a baby father who has been incarcerated for 11 years now due to the claims that Alicia Brown made towards him in regards to raping her, beating her, and tying her up. And ever since that night that she said that he did that, he has been locked up for 11 years now and serving a 25-year sentence. And recently, you were scrolling through TikTok a day ago and you seen her mugshot that you really remember because you seen that mugshot 50 million times back then 11 years ago because she had your baby father locked up. And turns out that she has reached a big time celebrity host named Big Tigger and is claiming that there are DV allegations going on. And then after you see that, you start telling your story and reaching out. And then turns out she's done this to multiple men in multiple states. And she's like a serial DV liar, victim, whatever. I don't know. And your life has turned upside down in the past 24 hours because now you know for sure what you already knew before, that he did not do what he said he did, what she said he did. And now you have a whole bunch of people in your personal business and you are very introverted into yourself, and you don't like to tell people your personal business, but you're forced to let the world know your personal business because your son comes first, and you need to find the truth for your son because he is getting older and he needs to know the truth, and he's asking about this situation, and you are fighting right now to get the truth. Hey, that's me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in 2015, Ramon Joyner, my baby father, he was incarcerated due to Alicia Brown, who were just arrested, saying that he raped her, beat her, and tied her up. Ever since then, he has been sitting in prison. He was in Delaware. He just recently got transferred to Florida. But yes, with this new information that came to light in regards to
Oh my
Brown,
God, y'all
do
crazy.
believe that gives us something to look over his case. Don't get me wrong. My baby father is not a saint. He has done his dirt and he has paid for it. But in regards to what happened that night, he did not rape that woman. And he's been saying that since day one. And it took me a while, but I do believe that he was telling the truth the whole entire time. And then with this new information about her doing it to multiple men throughout the past 11 years, it makes it just make more sense. If you look at his documents, you can.
Okay, we can get into that later. So, listen, this lady got a history of ruining men's lives. Yeah, she has something on her. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times women that are batshit crazy like that, they will only deal with men that have secrets, have this, have that, because they got to have leverage. See what I'm saying? So if I know I'm crazy and I know you DL and you don't want the world to know, okay, I'm gonna get with you and I'm gonna keep your secret, and you can't really put me out there for what I do to you, because then I'll put out there what you do. See what I'm saying? It's they are attracted to those kind of men for sure. Yeah, he should have had to since listen, and he's in his fucking 50s, Island Girl. That's the thing. The man is in his 50s. You know how detrimental this is to go through something like this in your 50s? This is why I say I just believe if you reach a certain age and you ain't been married, you don't have no chilling, just stay by yourself. I'm telling you. If you really ain't been out here actively dating and you just been focused on your career and you make it to 50, 55, like, man, you are a target. Look, ain't that what they tell women? He should have chose better. You know what? If we're being honest too, you know what it also shows? It also shows that it also proves that when you don't live in your truth, the universe punishes you. See what I'm saying? Tigger know he really don't want to be with no woman like that. So why are you even playing pretend? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like you can think you lying to the universe, but you can't. You can't lie to the universe. And it won't do nothing but you give it shit, it's gonna throw that shit right back at you. I don't know. This is how I feel. It may not be that deep, but this is how I feel. I'm 41, love being by myself. Yeah, it's nothing wrong. I'm not saying you can't find love in your latter years and all that, but if you ain't been out here, man, you gonna run into somebody that's running game. If you don't really know the game, see what I'm saying? If you don't really know the game, because you really don't date women like that, you really date niggas. So if you don't know the game and I'm gonna have a child now, I'm in my 50s, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go and do it. Man, boy, you finna get put through there. Tigger, shout out to Inside High Key Live 323. Tigger and Tyler Perry are the best two people are playing imaginary pretend they beat everybody at the game. Listen, Corinne Steffons already told us what it was. Did you play the video of them arguing? What, of Tigger and his wife? Yeah, we played that yesterday. Let me see if there's any. I think that's all on that for now. We'll come back to that. Okay, next I had to come and talk about the Brat, and we're gonna go deeper into this on Rumble. All right. So I don't know if you guys saw it, but Deb Antony, aka Miss Deb, did an interview with Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club. She did an interview with Lauren on Lauren's podcast and talked about how, you know, she's fell out with the Brat, and the Brat said that Deb stole from her and stole the show idea from her. And Deb straight up said that, hey, I feel like she said it without saying it, but she insinuated that the Brat is under some kind of spiritual control, and something or somebody then came in between them and broke up their relationship, and that the Brat is basically not in her right damn mind right now. Okay, I can't believe that the Brat then turned on Deb Antony. I can't believe it. I mean, I can, but I can't. Like, she didn't win against Deb, and her and Deb been tight for years. You know, the Brat is one of them people that's loyal to her people. That wife of hers, yes. Allegedly. Yes. Listen, when you get with certain people and they feel like they have ownership over you, they feel like they don't want you to be cool with nobody or have nobody but them and their people. And I'm telling you, they will isolate you from your loved ones in your life. And before you know it, you'll be on an island by yourself with just them. I don't trust. Listen. So let's play this right here. We're going to talk about it.
Where my motherfucking mic at? Where my motherfucking mic at?
Preparing for the Netflix documentary Surviving Deb. Surviving Deb is wild. Surviving Deb, insinuating that Deb didn't put her through. Deb seems controlling. Shit, Judy seemed controlling low key. Deb's response was interesting. I'm more on Deb's side. And I'm going to tell you why. Because for them to have been, close for years, ain't no way the Brat had a problem with Deb and she didn't go speak to Deb. She waited and then put it on her show. You know, that show her and Judy got. I think that show's on Facebook now. That's no shade. I'm just saying, I think it is on Facebook. You can see Deb was hurt. Deb was caught off guard. And Deb felt like, why am I always losing the people that's close to me? Why is somebody always saying I stole from them when Deb said I ain't never done nothing but tried to help them? Now, the Brat a little different, because when she got cool with the Brat had her own thing going on. But when it comes to Gucci, Nikki, it's a lot of others too that Deb has helped. She like, fuck, why do I keep getting a knife in my back? No, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you something. I don't think Judy explicitly said it. I have a feeling Judy is pulling the strings behind the scenes. You understand? I don't think it was something like Judy said, no, you need to stop being cool with her. No. Real manipulative people, they ain't going to do it like that. Because they already know you're going to be like, me and Deb been cool for years. What the fuck are you talking about? I believe behind the scene. I believe she's a victim of witchcraft. Period. Point blank. I don't know no other way to put it. And it's things that people can do to tear you apart from people in your life. Yes. Brat said herself on Growing Up Hip Hop that Deb helped people too much. See? Yeah. It's shit people would do behind the scenes to tear you apart from, just like people can do stuff to draw you to them and pull you to them or attempt to. They can try to do shit to tear you and a family member, you and your child, you and man, it's people who will call a spiritual worker and say, hey, you know, I'm in love with a man, but he's married. You know, can you break them up? I need a spell to break them up. I need a this to that. And those that just want money or work from the dark, they'll do it. Those that work from the light gonna tell you, hell no, I don't do no shit like that. Get off my phone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, people. Listen, this a dirty industry. That's all I can tell y'all, man. Thank you, and Judy from the. Come on now. Brett already communicated she doesn't communicate to Judy about finances. That's her first red flag. I'm gonna say this too. Brett also comes off as being very codependent, and so when you're a person who's codependent by nature, you're a target for shit like this. See, some people are more dependent by nature. Some people, I mean, if you're healthy, you're interdependent. Some of us are independent, and then some of us are hyper independent. And they say, that's a result of trauma, whatever. If you lean independent or hyper independent, you're a challenge. And people, they want to conquer you because you're independent. So I want to conquer you into being dependent on me. If you're naturally codependent, you're going to easily fall into this kind of trap because you codependent any fucking way. Yeah, it's always a communication issue. Yes. Brett was sad about moving out the big man. Listen, she didn't even know they had to move out the mansion until she seen it online, if I remember correctly. That is how she showered Brett with affection. Yes. And I'm not saying she don't love Shantae. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying she don't. But some people are very insecure. And they feel like if you're going to be with them, it's about them and them only. And that's just weird to me. That's just weird. That's just weird. I thought Judy was the provider. I mean, she is, but she still started having money problems too. The economy bad. So yeah, that money wasn't coming in like that. And Judy likes to spend a lot of fucking money. Judy will make a lot of her money back, but Judy likes to spend a lot of money. So it ain't about what you make, baby. It's about what you keep. I'm just saying, I need somebody to buy my love. Until they feel like they own you. That's the thing. You understand? See, Satan will give you whatever you want. What does he want in return? I'm not calling Judy Satan, but I'm just making a point. So you can say, "Oh, I want somebody to buy my love." Shout out to Aaliyah TV. Yeah, but what if they then feel like they own you? And now you can't have your own friends. You can't have your own opinion. You can't see what I'm saying? Buying your love can quickly turn into financial abuse. Damn, so the brat is a trad wife? Pretty much. Pretty much. I deal with that part later. Okay, I heard that. Yeah. Now that the money's slowed down. Yeah, and listen, I'm just telling you, I believe shit's being pulled behind the scenes. I believe after watching Deb's interview, like I said, we will review it on Rumble probably later tonight. After seeing Deb's interview, I believe Deb. And for Deb and Shantae, aka Debrat, Shantae, for Deborah and Shantae to have been cool and tight for so fucking long, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way she wouldn't have hit her up and talked to her. This also goes to show Brad has a son she don't claim. What? Don't drop that in my comments. Drop that in my email with proof. What son? What? With who? What? I will be expecting your email, sir or man. I don't know if you're a man or woman. I would be expecting your email because I need that immediately. Now, on a serious note, when I look at Brat's dynamic with Judy, and even when I look at Brat's dynamic with Lisa Ray, to me, it's a cautionary tale. This, to me, Lisa Ray got bully energy. I'm gonna just keep it real. She do, okay? Not that she is necessarily a mean person or evil person, but she definitely seems like it's her way or the fucking highway, okay? Sometimes with our loved ones, when we have that kind of dynamic, even if it's sometimes for your loved one's benefit, because some of us got sisters, brothers, or cousins that are just they crazy, and if you don't keep their ass in line, they will be out of fucking control. Okay, I get it, but when you create that dynamic, what we don't account for, and parents don't account for this either. When you are so controlling over a loved one or your child or whatever, you don't realize that if somebody comes in their life with a stronger influence than you lost them. They gone. They gone. Because they never developed the ability and the confidence to think for themselves, make their own decisions. They never developed that. Because, well, I'm gonna just rely on my sister. Let me call my sister. Let me call my sister. Let me call my mama. Let me call my, it can be it can be whomever. It can be whomever in your life. But we gotta be careful with your siblings, with your kids. You don't want to have a dynamic of like blind obedience because you think that just applies to you. No, that's going to be how they go out in the world. And somebody with a stronger influence over them, especially somebody there, baby, you lost them. You'll be like, I don't even know who you are anymore. Well, yeah. Because they just went from one bully to the next. I'm just saying. We don't think about it. We don't think about that, but it's true. I'm telling you, especially raising kids. I don't really want one, but if I ever have kids, I'm not raising them to be super obedient. I'm not raising them to be super polite. I'm ask motherfucking questions. Be difficult. I'm not raising them to be no fucking pushover. I'm just not. I'm just not. And I think a lot of times it's just, I'm just saying. She said when you have siblings, it's a birth order, and the oldest, we end up being the second mom by default, which is not fair to y'all. That's effed up too. We got to stop that shit too. Because hell, if you a child yourself, why would I look at my child to raise my other children? We learn from past generations. We can't do that either. Yeah, that's messed up too. We never wanted this title, but we get it. We're not bullies. We're not controlling. I get it, but some of y'all are. I don't know. I hated being the eldest daughter. Yep. They go from one strong personality to another. They were all, yeah, if they can't stand on their own, I've seen it, and it's just. But yeah, I believe it's spiritual too. She know damn well Deb ain't did none of her. Okay, anyway, moving right along from that. Did y'all hear he had a stroke? Okay. We getting this Wonder Bread news. That Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread. That Wonder Bread news. That Wonder Bread news. Did y'all hear he had a stroke? Now, from what I heard, he had a lot of comments to say about black women. What, last year or year before last? Allegedly. But when he took his ass to a Jay-Z event, he had a stroke. Okay, this is Rory from the Rory and Mal podcast. If y'all remember, him and Mal used to be on Joe Budden podcast, and they fell out. And then now, you know, Jamal and Rory, they got their own podcast, right? Now, yeah. No. Now, this is a white boy. Yeah, I know. And his woman black too, and he got a black daughter and all that. But they say he has some interesting things to say about black women last year before last. And y'all know I already told y'all, we in the times of the divine feminine. That's why I don't want no smoke with no woman, baby. Because you listen, I see it time and time again. Every man, I ain't saying you got to kiss women ass, but what I'm saying is every man that is like hateful towards women, them motherfuckers be. You understand? Kevin Samuels. Look, several podcasts. I'm just saying. We in the time of the divine feminine, baby. I'm good. I don't want no smoke. All right, so let me play this clip of him talking about the stroke. And then we're going to talk about it.
I go to therapy. I go to the gym. Had a very healthy, great day. I get in the car, and I'm going to head to the Jay-Z Friends and Family pop-up opening, whatever. You were going to join me as well. Mm-hmm. I get to the parking garage in Dumbo. I was about like an hour early. I was going to stop and get food at Dumbo House. You know, it was a nice day. I was going to look at the water, whatever, chill until the pop-up. Try to skip traffic. Get into the parking garage, park my car. I'm walking up the ramp. I feel a little bit of vertigo. If you guys have remembered over the past, I don't know, like 6 months, I've told you guys I've been having like weird vertigo. Yeah. I'm wearing glasses. Everyone's like, you're a douchebag. You're wearing sunglasses on the show. I'm like, I can't see lights anymore. Lights is really fucking with me. Yeah. I take one step. I have a little bit of vertigo. I was like, oh, fuck, vertigo back. Take a right step. The whole fucking world starts violently spinning. No, like to the point I cannot see, violently spinning. I fall on an oil-induced New York City parking garage floor, and I lay there, hoping to God a car does not come because I'm on a fucking ramp. And you probably couldn't see. I'd probably be a speed bump. Yeah. I would mistake you for a speed bump if you were laying on the street. Thank God I wasn't wearing yellow. So I'm grabbing on for dear life on the side of a parking garage floor. It starts to calm down a little bit. I try to stand up. I'm like rocking back and forth. I finally get out of the garage, find a bench, and the whole world starts spinning again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Calms down. I somehow stumble into a Starbucks. At this point, I don't know who was playing during the day, but the Dumbo streets were completely full outside with whatever country team was playing at the time. It looked like fucking New Orleans in Dumbo. Yeah. So I fall into a Starbucks and somehow get my shirt off because I'm sweating profusely and everything is spinning. Whatever team, it must some Eastern European shit. Again, I'm in the middle of a stroke, so I'm not paying too much attention.
I know they thought he was on that stuff. Boy, you sweating, rolling around, can't talk, taking your shirt off. Got all them sloppy body tattoos, baby. I know they, because one thing about it, when you white, if you get all them tattoos, baby, you got to be in shape. Because if you not, you just look sloppy body. You look like you fresh out of somebody's trailer park. He do kind of look like you fresh out of somebody's trailer park. No shade. Boy, I know they thought you was on that.
I just look like I've been at a World Cup party and I just had a little too much fun. I look like that guy. So I'm laying there, Starbucks, they give me ice, they put it on my head. There's a woman, shout out to Mary and her son. I know you guys do not listen to the show, but she just kept saying to me, what drugs have you taken? That's it. But that's a question you asked, right? I'm in the middle of a World Cup celebration. So yes, I look like I'm just some guy that probably did some coke that ended up being fentanyl and I'm drunk as fuck. And I'm trying to form sentences like, I'm not on drugs. I'm not. She's like, did you drink? I was like, I have not drank. So I'm trying to drink water. I throw up twice in the Starbucks. Just throw up. Clearly these employees are used to it. Didn't even bat an eye.
Yeah, that's
just gave me more
regular
ice.
day. Yeah, it's a regular day for him.
So Mary and her son stayed with me for a little bit. And at this point,
is Mary and her son, is this Jesus? Was this Mary? Look at the metaphors that Jesus came.
For all I know, Mary was not there.
Mary and her son.
For all I know, I wasn't in Dumbo.
I think this was, he might have died. That might have been. Heaven is Dumbo?
Heaven is definitely Dumbo.
You keep saying Mary and her son. I'm like, who's Mary and a
down under the manger of Bethlehem?
Come on,
that's
the
what
manger
Dumbo
of the
stands for.
Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. The manger of Dumbo House. Yeah, I get it.
So I'm, again, sitting on the floor, Starbucks. I've already thrown it twice. Give me water. At this point, things have stopped spinning. And my mind is relatively clear, but I can't get my body to function at the same time.
Okay, Wonder Bread. By the way, side note, I need me a sponsorship with Boost Mobile. Or T-Mobile, one of them. You said, okay, Shakita Davis. Oh, hey, girl. Said, I digress a little bit. I'm starting my own business and was wondering if you could do a class to teach too about go. Okay. Well, listen, if you want to do a one-on-one, I'm doing one-on-ones for $50. And you get an hour. So if you want to do a one-on-one, we can definitely talk. Yeah, email me. We'll set that up. That ain't no problem. Okay. Let me know a little bit about what you got going on. All right. But yes, he's only 36, baby, and had a stroke. I'm trying to get to the part where he describes a stroke, but he, baby, talk about it.
Like at this point, I'm speaking and I'm like, no, I'm fine. I've had no drugs, no alcohol, but I can't like get my fucking legs and arms to move.
Yeah.
So Mary at this point is like, okay. She had been there for like an hour. Like, shout out to her. I wish she did listen to the show so she knows that I wasn't just some fentanyl-induced kid that loves soccer.
Yeah.
You know, I was having a stroke.
Yeah.
Because she thought I was lying. I was like, I've not taken any drugs. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
Sure. Sure. Tell me anything.
Yeah, I get it.
So she ends up leaving. I somehow get my legs to work a little bit. Like I'm starting to come back. It was weird, but cool. So I walk out.
Anyway, long story short, I'm bored because he took forever to get to it. Wonder Bread fell apart. Okay. Wonder Bread was crumbling. Wonder Bread was shaking, spooked, and very nervous. Okay. He was shaking and squabbling and nervous and sweating just like he was when he had to face Nikki. Remember when he had to face Nikki face to face and she ignored his ass? Anyway, this just goes. You go against black women, that's gonna cost you. Shout out to him though. Hey, you know, I don't wish anybody any ill will, but like I said, baby, if you know what I feel too. I feel like if you don't like black women, just don't talk about them. But it's kind of hard for that because you is with one and you got a daughter by one. But yeah, I just feel like for all the people that got effed up to say about black women, if you don't like black women, just don't mention them. You know, ain't it somehow y'all name is always on their tongue, in their mouth? You know what I'm saying? Y'all name black women name is always in their mouth. You'll watch some and ain't no black woman around, and they just bring up black women and got something negative to say. And it's like, wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute. Who talks about, you know what I'm saying? Like, who talks about something to somebody they don't like? If I don't like somebody, or if I hate, I'm not a hateful person, but if I was, I just would never mention them. I don't understand. All right. Can somebody put my email in the chat so we can get an advertisement for Pam? Shout out to Pam. So anyway, it must suck to get all that retribution, baby. You get retribution from the sun whenever you go outside, because I know you be burning up. Baby, you had that spiritual retribution and had a scroll. You ain't had no business going to no damn Jay-Z event anyway. You know that nigga demonic. You might have had a stroke from that demonic ass energy. Okay, anyway, moving right along from that. All right, we got to come and talk about Marcellus WIley. All right, Marcellus WIley. Okay, well, first, let me ask y'all, do y'all care? Do y'all care about this story? Let me know. This is Marcellus WIley. That's his wife, Anne Marie. If y'all remember, Anne Marie was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She did like one season, I want to say. Maybe two. Yeah. Yeah. One, maybe not really. Okay, we can skip it. I put it up there, then I'm like, I really don't care. Like, I really don't. All right. Move right along. So, Will Smith is now back in the news because apparently him and Jada then moved back in together, and they decided that they wanted to tell us. My whole thing about them two and their dynamic is that we never asked y'all. Honestly, we never really cared. Y'all could have kept that BS show, the Red Table Talk. You know, that was where your career, your self-respect, and your dignity went to die. Willard, you know what I'm saying? Willard is where you really got cooked on a national platform. And Facebook canceled that show a long damn time ago because didn't nobody really care about nothing Jada and her rap was talking about, unless it was something about her and Will's, intimate bedroom life. We knew y'all was freaks. Y'all been told us years ago that y'all was open, and we just didn't care. We really didn't care. Like, we really didn't need to know. I'm gonna always feel some kind of way about you, Jada, because you took down our hero. This is one of the best actors of all time. I said one of, not the, one of the best actors of all time, and you just reduced him to an entanglement and him crying and it just was bad. And then y'all weird ass kids. I ain't forgot when what's that little girl name? Willow. I ain't forgot when Willow was in the bed with that shirtless white man when she was a teenager. Y'all remember that? And Jada said, "Oh, it's no big deal. Men have their shirt off all the time. Boys have their shirt off all the time." Yeah, but it was a grown ass man that she was in bed with, not a teenage boy. And we ain't gonna talk about how weird Jaden is and how Jaden had that eating disorder, how he left the house when he was 16. What 16-year-old tell you they finna move up out the house? And why did Jaden stop eating? Huh? What was going on in that house where that child didn't want to eat? And he wanted to put on a skirt. And said that who was the one that he said was his boyfriend? He wasn't lying. That he was over there crying and over. It's the rapper Tyler. Is it some Tyler? He a little gay and a little demonic. Maybe it's Tyler. It's saying some Tyler. I can think of his face. I can't think of his name. The one that liked to lick on ASAP Rocky braids and used to lick his scalp. Tyler, the Creator. Okay, thank you. What was going on that boy was crying over Tyler, the Creator, over there humping on Justin Bieber, humping all over his beaver, and didn't want to eat no more? What teenage boy don't want to eat? He just stopped eating to where y'all was concerned? What was going on in that house that boy didn't want to eat no more? Damn, even bottoms eat after they get through bottoming. My God, he didn't want to eat at all. He was running around living off of ice chips and water in a box. Make it make sense. Why was it that little Willow talking about she wanted to be poly at 19 years old? Girl, you ain't even lived your life and you already wanted to be poly? Girl, what you done grew up seeing? And I knew that whole family dynamic was off because the one child that wasn't raised in that house was the one that was normal. Willard III, Trey. He the only normal one that Will got. Will should have never put his seed. He should have never put his seed inside of Jada. Everybody know that womb belonged to Tupac. Had them kids writing the Tupac spirit, but boy, let me tell you, Willard, you should have known that something was wrong and that you and Jada wasn't meant to be together. Will, you wrote this in your book. When you and Jada first got together, y'all was, ing 10 to 15 times a day because you was trying to satisfy her and you could not. Now, if you go up in some 10 to 15 times a day and it still ain't satisfied, baby, you can't satisfy it. Now, you never told us if it's in equipment. I don't know. I don't know if it's the equipment, Because what I will say is that when Jada messed around on you, Will, I find it mighty. Oh, hold up. Does Will suffer from the same problem that Michael B. Jordan suffered from? Having the shrimp? Does Will have a shrimp? Are you telling me Will, Diddy, and Michael B. Jordan all in the same boat? Yeah. Okay, I ain't gonna. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. All I'm gonna say is, well, I gotta react to the story. I find it mighty funny how after all these years, and from the very beginning, okay, Will and Jada has had every sign from the universe that y'all are not a match. She didn't want to marry you. She didn't want to have them kids by you. She didn't even want to behave for you, Will. Remember when she was cussing around the kids and you tapped her on the nose with the newspaper, Will? That's what you said you did. She felt like she gave up her career for you. She had to give up everything she loved to pour into you. And so she decided to make the rest of your life a living hell. I'm just saying. Who in this world marries somebody and from day one, y'all are not a match? You didn't even have a honeymoon phase with this lady. Y'all been struggling since day one to keep it together. And we all know she never wanted you, baby. She wanted Tupac. Anyway, they didn't move in back together, so let's listen to this.
Some storms.
Y'all have been apart.
Yeah, we live separately.
And, we're just not quitters.
Nearly 3 years after Jada revealed their secret separation and 6 years after dropping this marital bombshell,
I got into an entanglement with August.
An entanglement?
Jada has reportedly moved back into the family's 25,000 square foot, 150 acre Calabasas.
All right, now let's stop right there. A 25,000 square foot home is huge. Let's be clear. Okay? 25 that, yes, she definitely come off as handler. You know what she come off as also? She come off as, I know all your secrets. See, she devious, okay? And she a short woman. She a little woman. Jada what? Is Jada 5 feet or 4'11"? You got to watch short. Always remember, short people are devious. And I'm telling you because I am. Hold up. Let me see. How tall is Jada? She 4'11". Okay, that's what I thought. You got to watch them little women. Them little women be the meanest. She 4'11" or 5. That's what I thought. She a little bit taller than Lil' Kim. Because Lil' Kim is like 4'9" or 4'10". Okay. She's in that same range. Yeah. She devious. And best believe over the years, she done gathered evidence. She put stuff here, put stuff there. Just know, anything happen, baby, all sorts of things gonna start to leak. All sorts. Yeah, Jada's tiny. Yeah, one thing y'all gotta know about most famous people, if you've ever worked with famous people, you know this too. Most famous people are little. Yeah. Nah, baby, short people deviate. Yeah, short women be mean as hell. And they always got something in their hands, baby. You get out of line, you done got stuck, jugged. You like, damn. They hands move quick. Okay. Anyway, to have a house this big, my question is, what's the need for a separation? Just go on the other side of the house. You have a 150-acre estate. You can literally build neighborhoods on this estate. Like, why? Like, when they say she moved out, I don't even believe that. Who's leaving a 25,000 square foot house? You just go on the other side of the house. You just find another wing. She was messing around with no. She was messing around with what's Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband? His name ain't Martin, is it? Hold up. Mark Anthony. There we go. I haven't ate today. That's why I'm a little off. I ain't ate today. I'm eating after I get off live though. Got me some lean ground beef and some potatoes, and I'm finna use this air fryer. I ain't making no pots and pans rattle, baby. I'm making an air fryer rattle. Okay. And I'm cutting up this watermelon tonight. Mark Anthony. Okay. What does Mark Anthony and August Alsina have in common? What does Mark Anthony and August Alsina have in common? It explains a lot for me.
Estate. They've been living together again for the past 2 years, with a source telling People they are happy and love each other and are as ever committed to supporting each other.
We have found so much happiness in our union in a way that's very different than most.
Just 2 weeks ago, Mr. and Mrs. Smith presented a united front, appearing arm in arm while supporting son Jaden at Paris Fashion Week. But no comment on whether this living arrangement means they are romantically back together.
We ride together,
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
Boy, I would never speak that over my marriage. Y'all crazy. That ain't even no joke. Ladies, we know, yeah. Now, Jada, if I see you messing around with Marlon Wayans, if I see you go around there to play with Kevin and Nico, I'ma really know what it is, okay? Stay away from, okay. Anyway, yeah. So they back together now, and I know I had to, like that lady ain't got 79 ex-husbands. Exactly. It's the only, to me, the only ones that really count is Mark Anthony and her very first husband, the Ozuna dude. Because Ozuna really loved her. And remember, he said her Babalo broke them up. Oh, child. Remember? Yeah, I know she a Santeria priestess or whatever. And don't y'all remember? Hold up. And don't y'all remember with J-Lo and the first husband, there was remember, go back and do your research. And J-Lo paid for that to disappear. Remember? Don't y'all remember? Don't y'all remember? Anyway, I feel like when it comes to Will and Jada, this story ain't nothing but Will wanting to be back in the spotlight. He wants his self-respect back. He wants it to look like, hey, you know, we went through this. We went through everything. Yes, the slap, because Will lost a lot of money behind that slap. Okay. Y'all don't know it, but behind the scenes, a lot of deals, a lot of movies fell through after Will did that. And especially the way he did that at the Oscars of all places. You know, us on social media was like, damn, you slapped shit out of him. But like behind the scenes, there were real repercussions. So literally, Will is trying to put his image back together. And what better way to put his image back together than to have his wife back living in his home? You know what I'm saying? I don't buy none of that shit. Them people ain't been together in years. It is what it is. They live their lives. They do their public appearances. And that's that. And anybody that try to expose their secrets magically get ran off the road in Colombia. Has anybody checked on Bilal? Has anybody checked on Bilal? Because last I heard, he was in Colombia. He had that accident. Then remember, his sister said she couldn't get in touch with him. Then I heard something about he was homeless. What didn't happen? Brashear, oh baby, we can't talk about that Brashear over here. We would have that's if you want me to talk about that tonight on Rumble. Hold on, Deb, Anthony, Brashear. I can tell y'all what happened to Brashear. Well, some of that I heard. And y'all listen. Okay, he's still here. Okay, cool. Now, y'all know where Brashear is at, right? Brashear is over in Kenya. And he said he don't want to come. He done got him a little lady friend over there. He said he ain't coming. Because he know damn well, baby. He know damn well after the stuff he done online, baby, he can't, ain't no American woman gonna touch Brashear. Ain't no American would listen. He done all that dirt. He said he was over there on some African podcast talking about something. I'm not going back. I know you can't. You didn't ruin it. You done sullied your reputation. I know you can't. Yeah, he been delivered to Kenya. Yeah. Now don't do that over there. They don't take kind of that over there. All right, anyway, moving right along from that. All right. Oh, Lord, speaking of bisexual. Okay, we got to talk about Steffon Diggs and Chris Blake Griffith. Okay. You know, as you guys know, Chris is suing Steffon, baby. Said that he tried to get him taken up out of here and had him jumped after Chris turned down Steffon's sexual advances, and Steffon didn't want the tea to get out, and he felt like it would get out. And so, you know, remember, Chris had got jumped in that hallway, got stomped out by Steffon's brother, allegedly. It was a mess. If y'all remember, it was a mess. And allegedly, over 100 texts and DMs between the two has been turned over and submitted to the court. Let me tell y'all something, baby. I need to see them texts. And for everybody that was saying, oh, it could be a guy who has it's easy to rack up 100 texts. I'm surprised it's not 1,000 or 10,000. Okay. Why did he do Chris like that? You think Chris the only one? You think Chris the only one he didn't hit? He's a Sagittarius male. They have problems keeping their hands to themselves. If you don't match their and you're going to really have to be a Michael Myers to match their energy. Yeah, of course he did. And even in the LGBT community, baby, them niggas be thumping each other. They be throwing hands. Because they two men. How does that work? Do you still call the police? I mean, I guess you still call the police because y'all two men at the end of the day. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, he's definitely his preference. Light skin, pretty. And see, when it come to light skin men in the gay community, they are cherished. I don't think y'all understand. They are put on it's literally like a prize. And the dark-skinned men will fight over the light ones. Oh, he mine. Now he mine. That's my. I'm telling you. And they automatically see you as feminine. They automatically see you as a bottom. Point blank, period. Yeah, 100 pages of text. My bad. Yeah. If you look at them, don't they look like a couple, though? I'm just saying, based off the looks, don't they look like they would be like a couple? I believe there's intimate history there. I don't believe that night. Well, first off, let's just go to what Chris said happened that night. Let's just go to it.
In the driver's seat of this car's parked, we in the driveway, but we still kind of talking through the scenario. And he just like, oh my God, I can't wait. He pull his shit out. I tell him to pack it up. We get ourselves together. We get out the car. Yo, bro, chill a fun. I'm trying to like laugh it off out of like awkwardness, this, that, and the third. As we walking into the house, he put his arm around me. When he put his arm around me, he stuck his tongue in my ear, talking about come to my room.
Hold on now. Time out. Why did you?
That's why I paused.
I believe it. It's all allegedly. I believe it. Hold on. Put a 1 in your chat if you believe it. Put a 2 if you don't. Chris alleges that Steffon, after a night of partying, he said Steffon gave him some kind of candy that was the D word, right? Then in the car, when they were speeding back to Steffon's house, Steffon took out his package, started stroking it, allegedly. Then when they got to the house, Steffon put his arm around her, stuck his tongue in his ear and said, come in my room. Come in my room, bro. Come in my room. 1 if you believe it, 2 if you don't. Has Cardi said anything? All Cardi said on Spaces was something like, don't them niggas ain't got nothing to do with me, or some kind of way she put it. She said something basically like, don't blame her for his activity. And I do agree with that. Yeah. This is the beginning. This is where this is where the story began. I believe it too. I believe she knew, absolutely. She know he bad. That ain't no secret. And I also believe that a lot of women like men that are a little gay. Y'all fight me on this, but a lot of women do. I think a lot of women feel more comfortable. We believe it in a certain baby mother is playing with a Nigerian. Listen, I'm talking about that next. I'm talking about that next. And yes, the ex-husband won. When he said, yeah, you got 3 kids by me, maybe 4. Yeah. Cardi don't care. Yeah, Cardi, but I believe a lot of women like men that's a little gay. I just believe so. I think so too, but I ain't wanna. All right.
Like, why didn't you tell him when he got his coat in a Porsche? You should have said, relax, Damon, I'm a boy. You got to hit him with a Cat Williams. What the f*** up with
No fact, but you.
All right. So academics acting like he ain't scary as hell, his damn self. Remember, wait a minute. Academics, how you going to say all that? You didn't even want to go. You ducked fighting Saucy. Although I believe Saucy would have put them paws on you, nigga. I believe Saucy would have laid your Ozempic face ass out. Okay. But DJ Academics was like, why you didn't say, hey, I'm a boy? Why you didn't? You know why Chris did? Because Chris was scared. Okay. Men know when they around another man that will choke the life out of them, that will beat that. Okay. And so he had to do what a lot of women have done, is play it off and laugh it off until he can run and get to safety. That's a fact. Don't nobody want to say that part, but that's a fact. Baby, Saucy was going to dog walk him. I'm telling you, Saucy was going to dog walk that nigga. I would never fight that no nigga like that ever. So you don't want to fight Saucy. You damn sure don't want to fight Jonathan. I think that nigga got bricks in his fist. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world. But yes, Chris reacted a certain way and kept it cute because he was scared. He was scared. The same way a certain football player with the curly hair took a lot of beatings from a certain Sagittarius. He didn't tell nobody. He went and ran to the rapper. who would love on him and lick his wounds, and then, you know, when the Sagittarius would find out, he would get whooped again. This is why I never play into that. Oh, a woman should have did this, a woman should have did that. You grown ass men don't check these men when they get out of line or when they come on to you. What the hell is a woman supposed to do? But anyway, I say all that to say, so, you know, he turned down Steffon's advances, and then he alleges that after that, before he knew it, baby, he was getting jumped, stomped out, and damn near tried to get taken up out of here. Okay, Diggs filed a defamation lawsuit against Griffith, alleging that he spread lies, and yeah, the court want to know what is the relationship between these two. Steffon said, "I ain't really know the nigga like that." Chris says that was and that is a lie. Well, not that. Well, that Jonathan fights too. I'm talking about Jonathan Wright. Shout out to Jonathan Wright. Shit, I'm related to a lot of Wrights. He might be a relative. Yeah, they definitely got history. This is what I feel like. I feel like Steffon would not have felt comfortable exposing himself in front of Chris like that unless there was something there before. Now, rather rumble conversation, I'm just gonna say I feel like they were very well acquainted with each other, explored each other's bodies. Just saying. There's something there. There's something there. Something there. Okay. And ain't it some with Steffon? Them eyes just look devious to me. He just look devious. He look devious, a tad bit slow, and sneaky as hell. Anyway. All right. Now, moving along from that, Cardi B was seen out at Paris, baby, with Maduka, a certain Nigerian, we say soccer player, but he's a football player. Here they go. You know what I'm saying? Putting on a show.
Ouais, voilà, Swingy, ma belle Swingy. Oui, c'est ça qu'on veut.
Now listen, just because people hang out in Kiki and sit next to each other and talk don't mean that they smash it. I do believe it is a publicity stunt. I do believe Cardi is playing into it though. And I will say this, listen, I'm not mad at it, but you know, you being disingenuous, Cardi, but I'm not mad at it either. All right. Now, this is Maduka Okoye, okay? He's German, I believe. Hold on, I got it written down. Okay, he's a German soccer player, but you can tell, you know, he got black in him, Nigerian, you know what I'm saying? To me, he looks like he's half black and half white. That's what he looks like to me. Yeah. That's what he looks like to me, like he's half white. I don't believe he's full Nigerian. I don't think so. Nigerian daddy, German mama is probably what it is. So, all right. Yup, it worked. Yeah, of course. Steffon posting pics of himself. Yeah, he's trying to say, I'm handsome too. Steffon is handsome. However, listen, I ain't mad at her. You know, do your thing. No homo. He is a beautiful man, you know, for the ladies that care. He is 6'6". For the ladies that care, he is 6'6". All right. He's 26 years old, though. And he got a history with women, from what I heard. Okay. This is them. Once again, at a... Take that music up off of there. They would look good together, though. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna say this, Cardi. I know you probably watching, my dear, because you watch everything. Anytime somebody mention your name, I'm gonna say this, Cardi. I believe it's PR. I believe you just trying to stunt. What I am gonna say is, if you do want to ride that ride, girl, wear your seatbelt. That's the best way I can put it. Oh yeah, age ain't nothing but a number. Let me tell you something. Y'all know. Listen, you know I get on her and I be this with y'all, but y'all know in real life, I love me an older woman. I mean, I'm 33, so Cardi's 34. She's 34. He 26. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I love me an older woman. Up in her 20s, can't do nothing for me. Not nothing. It's only one I seen that I like. And when I found out she was 21, I said, oh, no. She got a man anyway. But I thought she was late 20s. When I found out she was 21, I said, oh, Lord Jesus. Why you got to only be 21? But Cardi, if you gonna ride that ride, wear the seatbelt, boo. Yep. She like, dog, yeah. Well, she's like, I let my nigga dot like Pepsi. Nigga dot like Pepsi. But listen, baby. But if you put your seatbelt on, boo. Put your seatbelt on. All right. Now, Cardi claims she lost 3 endorsement deals last year over beefing with who? Nicki Minaj. If y'all remember, Cardi and Nicki was going back and forth and, you know, spilling tea on people's families and talking about kids. Although I believe Nicki was the one talking about kids first. I believe if I remember, I'm not finna go look all that up because I don't care that much. However, all right, she says she lost 3 endorsement deals last year over online beefs. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. I did not expect her to admit this. Okay. And I was kind of wondering, were there any repercussions behind the scenes? Because, you know, Cardi is cocky and she, you know, according to her, she never lose. Okay. So I was, I not that I'm happy to hear about anybody losing money, but I was wondering because her and Nicki was going at it on Twitter. They were going at it. But it just goes to show they can get online and beef and they can entertain us. But at the end of the day, baby, some of them sponsors gonna pull the fuck out. They don't get behind all that ghetto shit. And I love it. A lot of it needs to stop and y'all need to get back to the music. She look good right there though. All right. She said she lost out on multiple endorsement deals amid her feud with Nicki Minaj. This was a Cardi B space. This was a space that she did on July 1st. She did a 30-minute rant. We're not going to play all 30 minutes, baby. She was cussing all up and through this 30 minutes. She was cussing all up and through it. Storm, that might have been a little day. No, you talking about the 21-year-old. She got a man. She got a man. And I don't have enough money yet. But I'm getting my shit together, baby. And I'm telling you, that nigga dropped the ball. I might slide. I ain't gonna hold you. I might slide. And she loved Jesus. I might slide. I love me a God-fearing, praying woman. I need that in my life. Okay? Oh my God. But it's nice to know that some sponsors don't go for their ghetto shit and that there were some consequences. I was just surprised. I really was. I really, really was. She said, no lie. Last year when I went off, I lost about 3 deals. I lost about 3 deals when I was bugging out and violating, giving bitches the business. I want to know what those deals were. I wish she would have named it. I want to know. Listen, I got to get my money first. Got to get that money right. But yes, I love me a praying woman. Okay? I love me a praying woman. But I thought this was interesting. I really, really did. Okay. Now, moving along from that, because that's all I had to say on that, y'all. Rest in peace to Dreamdoll Bri. She was an influencer. She was on TikTok. She was on Instagram as well. from what I understood, she made music, like she was trying to get into the rap scene, and she also did like lifestyle content. From what I understand, she was tragically gunned down in Florida, and here's the 911 call. Let's get into it.
911, what's the address of the emergency? Okay, where are you located, sir?
I'm not sure. I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
Are you in Fort Lauderdale or here in Miramar, sir?
I don't know where I'm at.
Okay,
Please
where's the
help me.
person now? Okay,
Please help me. Please. Please.
I understand,
No.
sir.
No.
Hello.
Give me location. Give me location. Give me location.
You need to give me a...
Hey, come to my location now. Come. Police, come.
Hello.
Come. We're down the street. We're down the street.
Hello, sir.
I'm here. Yes, it's me. I don't know. We're down the location. Police. Police.
Repeat that one more time. Ma'am. Ma'am. Okay.
I can't do this. I can't. Yes.
Okay. I have it here. Listen, I have the call pretty given up and how this person looked.
I don't know. Just come to the address, please.
They are going to be on the...
You gotta give it an address. Oh.
Wait, but we need to know how the subject looks.
Do this. I can't.
Ma'am, calm down. You sure it's not going to help?
I cannot.
You gonna check what you're trying to say?
I cannot do this right now.
Give the phone to someone who can speak with me. Give the phone to someone who can speak with me.
I cannot do this. Bring the ambulance. Bring the ambulance here.
Yeah, they have to. I think they're trained to maintain that calm level, like of speaking tone. Because imagine if your 911 caller then starts freaking out and you frantic, you know. So I think that's just what it is.
Yes, ma'am. We have the call. Please for rescue as well, ma'am.
I can't do this. Everything is happening today.
Okay, so that was the frantic 911 call. By the way, I don't know how TMZ be getting all this shit. They get everything, okay? It was a picture of her March 15th. She was a pretty young lady. Young girl too, 21 years old. Young girl. Ain't even begun to really live her damn life yet. Okay, here's another call reporting the crash. Oh, the nearby resident reports it. Okay, get past your ad because I'm not playing your ad.
Okay, so a vehicle just ran into your house, is that
I'm
correct?
just fighting. Somebody's fighting.
Okay, stay on the line with me. So you said a vehicle ran into your house and now someone is fighting, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
just stay on the line with me.
Yes.
I have police en route. Just stay on the line with me. What's the phone number that you're calling
All right,
from and your
thank
name?
you so much.
Okay, you're
Please
welcome.
hurry up.
I have help en route. Just stay on the line with me. What's the phone number that you're calling from and your name? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, I'm this guy.
Hello?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Hurry up because I'm so
Okay.
nervous, ma'am.
Okay, just stay on the line with me.
The police and the ambulance. Please.
They're already en route to you. They're coming as fast as they can. Is anyone injured?
Ma'am, I don't know because I don't want to get too close because I don't know.
Okay.
Why?
Okay. The police and the paramedics are on their way.
The police is on their way.
They're already en route. Stay on the line
Please
with
hurry
me.
up, man. I'm so scared.
I understand.
I'm so scared.
Just take a few deep breaths. We already have the police and the paramedics en route.
Please hurry up. Hurry
They're
up.
coming
I'm
as
nervous.
fast. They're coming as fast as they can. Are you inside of your house right now? Okay.
Hurry up, please.
Okay. Stay inside of your house. The police are coming.
I couldn't sleep, so I went in my living room, in my dining room. I watched
Okay.
TV and I heard I woke up my husband. Oh my God, please hurry up.
Okay, they're coming as fast as they can. I already see them coming down the street. They should be to you soon. Just stay on the line with me. I'll stay on the line with you until they get there, okay? Just try to take some deep breaths. I understand you're scared. Just try to take some deep.
Ooh, Lord. So that was the original 911 call when the fight first broke out before there was a shooting. So It says influencer was gunned down and she was driving her lime green Lamborghini in South Florida. Her real name was Breonna Johnson. Like I said, she was 21 years old. She was in the Miramar. Is that how you say it? Miramar? For those of y'all from South Florida, is that a hood area? Is it a nice area? Because I don't know. And I don't know no other like nice way to ask that. Because I know a lot of Miami is dangerous. Is Miramar a nice area or not? Because she was driving a $250,000 vehicle, lime green Lambo. She had rented like an Airbnb. I think it was like a photo shoot, music video shoot, or some kind of party. It's both. It's a nice area. Miramar. Okay, thank you. It's kind of hood. It's the hood. Okay, a lot of y'all saying it's the hood. Okay, all right. So it just depends. So I can't play this part here. We can do it on Rumble, but oh, fuck, I can't even play this part here. YouTube sucks now. How can I describe it? Okay, in this video, we'll go deeper on Rumble, but basically, you see her Lambo drive down the street. You see another car go past. They shoot, bow, 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 and then they dip. I'm going to show y'all what the car looked like after it got shot. This was her Lambo. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even play the video. The Lambo was rented. Yeah. But still, it's still a beautiful car. Yep, her cousin was in a car too and just died. Yep. They shot this girl car up like crazy. Now, what's interesting is that this influencer, Dreamdoll Bri, was actually friends with Girl La La. If y'all remember Girl La La, the transgender, I believe she identified as she. I'm gonna say transgender. Transgender influencer died last year of gun violence as well. But Girl La La got killed by her boyfriend after like a fight, a domestic violence situation. You know, Dreamdoll's shooting seems to be random. It don't even make sense. But she was cool with Girl La La, and Girl La La died the same way. I think that's interesting. Y'all ain't never heard of Girl La La? Listen, it's the young kids. They follow all these TikTok influencers. You know, I'm gonna take her down. Make Girl La La rest in peace. But yeah, hey, don't you remember it was a whole thing with Girl La La? I think her real name was Maurice, something like that. And the daddy was like, "We not burying my son in a dress. We're gonna bury him in a suit because he was a man. He can be Girl La." Like they had a Girl La La funeral, then they had a Maurice funeral. Don't y'all remember? It was a whole thing. Yeah, it was a whole thing. And people was like, you know, she wouldn't have wanted to be dressed like a man. And her daddy was like, well, that's my son. And that, y'all remember that? I'm like, I know y'all got to remember that. Okay, so let's go over to TikTok. I want to see what they had to say about Dreamdoll too. All right.
Her wig was off and Bri is waving it around. Now, the narrative was Bri was making fun of her, waving the wig around. The girl was embarrassed, crying, and her people was the one responsible for killing Bri them. But the girl spoke out. She said that narrative is wrong. She said after the fight, her wig did get pulled off, and she let Bri them hold it while they was shooting the video. Because mind you, the whole day, Bri them been shooting this video. They were shooting the video at the mansion. They were shooting the video outside by the Maybach. And they was allegedly shooting a video at the gas station after the fight. So the girl said, shit, basically after she got beat up and the wig got pulled off, she let Bri them hold it to, you know, shoot the video. And she said she was there hyping them up. But the people say her body language don't show she was in a good spirit and hyping them up. It showed that she was embarrassed. But she responded.
Okay. So now it's kind of sounded like there was a fight at the gas station. Somebody got beat up. and then a car gets shot up. I mean, how many times have people gotten beat up and came back and shot up the club, shot up a house, shot the like? We've heard that story time and time again.
And she was getting recorded. I'm gonna show y'all.
You can see her here, dancing, vibing, enjoying herself. This was a few hours before everything changed. Now, after this party, Bri was in the back of a Lamborghini with her cousins and her hairstylist, coming from a night where almost $100,000 in cash had been thrown up in the air like it was nothing. Minutes after they dropped off the hairstyle.
Real money or fake money? Damn, I guess real money.
Stylist, a car pulled up right next to them and opened fire. Now her own family is out here saying somebody's story isn't adding up, and they're not talking about a stranger. Reportedly, Bri had no beef with anybody and wasn't even the target. Brianna J, known online as Dreamdoll Bri and also as It Girl Bri, was a 21-year-old Miami-based hairstylist and content creator based out of the South Florida area. She built her name doing beauty and lifestyle content, luxury travel clips, and short dance videos. Her TikTok had crossed 386,000 followers, while her Instagram was around 88,000. But the thing that really put her name on people's radar was a track called Bend Over. It picked up as a viral sound on TikTok, with people making dances and content off it. Between the music and the lifestyle content, Bri had built herself a—
Hey, shout out to Naisha that's monetizing her mouth. All right. Monetizing her mouth. Shout out to Naisha. She got a ticket for monetize your mouth. She monetizing her mouth. She using her mouth to get money. All right. Shout out to Miss Naisha. All right.
real following and a real presence in the—
All right, that AI is messing with me now. Okay, that must have been high school prom. Okay.
Jamaica with no kids. Stay home and but living like a grown ass bitch. Oh, clown ass. Look, they say no education. Mind you, I'm in college. Yeah, I got an Instagram. Huh? Okay, bet.
Wow, that's so sad. That's so sad.
What's up, y'all? I'm Dreamdoll Bri cousin. I told her don't jump in the car with them niggas, bro. Can't trust no nigga nowadays or what beef he got going on. She didn't want to hear me. You feel me? She thought I was hating on the dudes and all that, but I told her don't, you feel me? But this is to speak positive on her. You feel me? And for the dude that shot at the car, bro, I swear to God, when I catch you, it's on and crack it, nigga. Fuck is you on, nigga? Then it was minors. Who was you shooting at? What was you doing? What was you trying to do? What was you trying to accomplish? Fuck, that shit weird as fuck. So to the dude that shot at them and killed my cousin, bro, when I catch you, my nigga, it's up. So you better hope the police catch you first, my nigga. Fuck is you on, nigga? Fuck, and if I can't catch you, I'm gonna catch some, bro. I ain't even finna get on here like, look, man, but fuck all that. I'm crashing out over kinfolk.
One day we are gonna have to have the conversation about the impact of baddies on this young generation. It do, and listen, we all grown. Most of us in the chat are 30, 35 plus, 40 plus. So baddies ain't even on our scope, right? Of shit that we really going to watch. But for the young kids that grow up on that, it do seem like a lot of them literally just like their whole life is an episode of baddies. This ain't about Dreamdoll Bri. I don't know how she lived. I'm just saying her generation. Because she was 21. So that's what? Gen Alpha? Was it Gen Z? Something like that? Like, we don't think about this stuff, but like, when it comes to baddies, it's mostly kids, teenagers, high school girls that are watching that shit. That's interesting. Good point.
What you mean, nigga? It's my favorite little cousin, nigga. I'm on your top, nigga. Pause, nigga. What you want? What you want, nigga? Fuck, holla at me. It's all over news, world news, top news, national news, TMZ, CNN, ABC News, Fox News, CBS. I'm all over there. All over Instagram, all over YouTube, all over TikTok. Nigga, what's happening? I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Come holla at me, nigga. Fuck. Love y'all, but I gotta go. True story, nigga.
All right. That's funny.
My last video.
And make sure my fry got salt on it. Because last time I had y'all fries, my fries were too plain. He had no salt. Everything fresh. Everything fresh, and make it have salt. Everything. Thank you. Thank you. That'll be all. Thank you. Thank you. We got to sit there.
You better move. You better move.
Yeah.
Okay, so she made funny content. She was comedic type content. Yeah. She was just young and having fun. Okay. Listen, may she rest in peace. You know, more details about that will come out as well, and we'll cover it. Now, listen, what I did want to say is if you are in need of spiritual help, spiritual guidance, if you feel like somebody that threw something on your baby, DM me on Instagram, Celebrity Doctor TV, or email me, monroestorm59@gmail.com. I know somebody, baby. I can refer you, okay? Yeah, remember how I used to look? All bloated and disgusted? All right, now look good. Now look pretty. My eye color even came back. Baby, I had looked in the mirror. My eyes was lighter. I said, oh, thank you, Jeebus. Okay, got that shit up off of me. Now, in addition to that, every single show is sponsored by freecash.com, where you get paid to play games. They literally pay you to play games. They pay you to play games. You can hit the QR code here or the link that's in the live chat and make you a profile today. You ain't doing nothing else. And while you sitting there looking at TV, while them kids in home bothering you, talking about, do you got games on your phone? You do. And you can have them play them on freecash.com. Okay. In addition to that, baby, we got another sponsor for today's show, and we about to play a commercial right now. Let's go.
If you're tired of wasting money on growth oils and products that don't actually work, it's because a lot of what you're being taught about hair care is wrong. I'm a trichology practitioner, and my book, No Oils, No Butters, Just Science, breaks down what actually leads to real hair growth and scalp health. Stop following the trends. Start understanding your hair. Get your copy now on Amazon.
All right. Now that commercial plays smooth. Okay. Shout out to No Oils and No Butters. Now I'm gonna say this. That commercial, baby, plays smooth. All of the sponsors' information will be in the pinned comment section for this video after this live ends. Yeah. StreamYard coming a long way. Y'all see how smooth that played? Yep. Y'all see how smooth that played? That plays smooth. Okay. That plays smooth. All right. In addition to that, people, make sure you got your tickets for Monetize Your Mouth. Okay. We will be live. Oh, wait a minute. We got one more story to do. Hold up. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this last story, and then we out of here. We'll be on Rumble tonight. Okay. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets for Monetize Your Mouth. Okay. Live webinar, baby. We are live. 5 night workshop is actually 3. We're live, baby, July 28th through the 30th. Okay. And we will be going over mastering hooks, mastering editing, understanding the social media algorithm, and creating viral intros. Okay. We're going to be going through a lot. Anybody that has taken any of my classes will tell you, baby, that is very helpful, fun, and engaging. Okay. The link is in the live chat as well as in the comments section, the pinned comments. You better monetize your mouth, baby. That ticket only $33.33, but 3 nights of good learning. Where else you gonna get that at? You know, we had a 50% off sale. Okay. We had a 50% off sale. Should we run another this weekend? I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. What time will I be on Rumble? It's gonna be later. I ain't gonna hold you. But you know, I'll go live here first to let y'all know. Because baby, I gotta eat. I've been doing stuff all day and I messed around. I ain't ate all day. I am hungry. You hear me? This food is calling me. Okay. Oh, snap. I forgot that story too. Okay. Now, before we leave, have y'all been following Blueface? Y'all probably not on Twitch. I'm gonna bring up Brandy here in a minute. Hold on. Let me bring up a picture of Brandy. And it's no disrespect, but we just talking. Okay. No disrespect. We love Brandy over here. I told y'all that Full Moon album is my favorite album. Okay. Y'all already know. All right. But baby, Blueface got a whole reality show over there on Twitch. His mama came to visit. Listen, I just thought this shit was funny. Hold up, y'all. I'm finna play this.
Place to go. Everybody comes here when they're homeless. Your daddy in there, ain't he?
Oh, baby, I got a home. You pay your bills.
Too, but this where you run to. This is the free place.
I'm nasty.
I got some toothbrushes. I ran away for real. I got a brush. Got me some condoms. Candy. I ain't got no condoms. I'm lying. But I really just came in here to Jonathan. I feel like you are like bashing us women. Like, I feel like you need to get it together. Your dad would have never did this. Okay. Your dad never called me bitches and whores. And I know that's been your act for a minute.
That's probably why the way you are.
Jonathan, you just said you saw your daddy get up and go to work and do suits and ties, and your mama with a lot of men. Do you know how fucking hard I worked for you? Way harder than your dad.
I've seen my dad sustain.
You saw your dad put a suit on and go to work a couple of years. Before that, he was a Rolling Stone just like you. Okay?
Let me know when I can talk.
Then did I not let your dad come and stay at our house when he didn't have nowhere to go? Did I ever have to go stay at his? When you went to go live with your dad, you lived in a shithole. When you lived with me, you lived comfortably. You had your own room, your own space. When you lived with him and them prostitutes, this is where you're getting it from. You're making the whole world think that you had this awesome, amazing father, and you really had an awesome, amazing mother. And maybe that's really what's hurting you in the inside. Is that your mom?
Oh, shit.
And so I know my...
Okay, damn. I'm not finna watch that over. Hold on. Let me go to the next clip, though. Wait a minute.
Do it before? No. From Mississippi and you don't know how to do no voodoo? Ain't nobody from no Mississippi. Where you from again? Indiana. Oh. They do it down there too. My people.
Oh, Cheryl, just monetize her mouth. Monetize her mouth. Shout out to Cheryl.
People do voodoo. Which one? Not your mama, do she? Yeah, no. I ain't never seen no white lady do no voodoo. They do it though. I'll tell you that one. They just cut your dick off. Oh,
yes, they do.
Black man,
real bad. It's a hockey life.
And she don't even know how to cook, baby. She don't? And she married. She married and she don't know how to cook. Why you got that soap on them potatoes? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Them potatoes be dirty as hell. What do you mean? Don't put no soap on it now. I need you to leave me alone. Girl, that is that's Dawn. Don't put no Dawn on your food. You could use some baking soda or some lemons. Don't put no dish liquid on that food.
Now, hold up. For all the people, hold up. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I rinsed my potatoes off too. I got some, I got the frozen fries in the bag right now. But I ain't talking about them. But like my sweet potatoes or russet potatoes, I rinse them and rinse them off too. I ain't never washed them with no Dawn soap. Is you supposed to do that? I ain't never did that. I thought if you soak them, you either use some baking soda if you're gonna do that, or even like in some vinegar. Because you really ain't supposed to mix them because it cancels them out, even though people like to see that fizz. But or you said just a little bit. I ain't never thought you wash them in actual Dawn soap. That's like white people that Wonder Bread that wash their chicken, but they'll wash it with like soap, and it's like, no, it's not that. It's water, lemon, vinegar, Yeah, I thought it, or a veggie wash. Okay, vinegar. That's what I thought. I I never thought soap.
That's voodoo.
Oh my God.
I guarantee you that's voodoo.
You're voodoo. At this point, I think you're voodoo.
Don't put no
do it before. No.
From Mississippi and you don't know how to do no voodoo?
Ain't nobody from no Mississippi.
Where you from again?
Indiana.
She grilling that girl. Now here go Blueface Daddy delivering Amazon packages.
Got a camera crew. I gotta move before us. When the elevator open, y'all first. When the motherfucker walking, y'all first. The motherfucking car come, nigga, y'all get hit first. Hey!
What? What?
What the heck are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I'm so happy to see him.
What? So random.
What?
I'm dad out here working.
You ain't getting high on the pavement, baby.
Oh, he working. Okay. And a lot of listen, I don't even know why this was even news. Because guess what? Hell, what's wrong with a man having a job? How old is Blueface Dad? He looked young. I think they had him young. So I guess this was a thing because his daddy had a job. Nah, I don't think. Well, maybe they did. Maybe not. You never know. Look at this daddy delivering Amazon. I ain't mad at it. Daddy's supposed to have a job.
Y'all doing chilling?
Yeah, we look at doing some apartment hunting. What the heck?
That's so random.
Shit is like a movie for real. What's going on? Yeah, my dad's a hustler, chat. That's why I fuck with him.
Damn.
They whistling at you? Somebody was whistling at you?
Yeah. That's why I started walking faster.
Oh, cute ass. Stopping traffic and shit. Yeah, W is in the chat, bro.
No, that's not Jaden. You know that ain't Jaden. This is a new girl he with. So, okay, so you know Jaden is the first baby mama. He got Javon and Pink Face with her. I can't remember that baby name, but he got the son and the daughter with Jaden, right? Then the girl that was talking about the voodoo with his mama in the kitchen, that's Nevaeh. They pregnant with a boy, and they either gonna name it Solar. They're going back and forth between Solar and Jonathan Jr. This is the new chick he got named Ashley. He's about to get her a place. So Ashley gonna have a place. Nevaeh got her own place, but she back and forth between her place and Blueface house. Then you know Jaden got her own place too, and he goes in between all three. Yeah, but he done made so much money off this streaming. He putting up holes and houses. I'm just like, damn, like, oh my,
Big John.
Big John.
Gonna ball that up?
Why not? To get the season all around? Yeah, I am.
What you mean ball it up?
What are you about to do with that?
You gonna just drizzle a little bit on here because men like everything men like is wet. Okay, you remember that when you cooking, it got to be moist.
What the fuck did you do?
Now you gonna rub that all together and rub them burgers up in there like that. I'm about to teach you how to get a husband. You want a husband or you want some dick? Make up your mind today because you got to make up your mind quick.
I gotta ring him up.
You on your finna ball that up?
Why not? To get the season all around? Yeah, I am.
What you mean ball it up?
What are you about to do with that?
You gonna just drizzle?
He called his mama over there to teach her how to cook.
A little bit.
And Carlissa, you done got thick, ain't you? You ain't never been that thick.
On here because men like everything men like is wet. Okay, you remember that when you cooking, it got to be moist.
What the fuck did you do?
Now you gonna rub that all together and rub them burgers up in there like that. I'm about to teach you how to get a husband. You want a husband or you want some dick? Make up your mind today because you got to make up your mind quick.
I gotta ring him up.
You on?
Hey, just an opinion. Hey, I'll take it. Thank you. You really sweet. I'll take that. Oh my God, that's nice. I'll take that.
You're gonna ball that up?
I'm trying to think. Is it anything else? Oh, here we go.
Try to belittle my name. Come on. Oh, she had a bunch of niggas. I had a boyfriend and a sugar daddy. And I had to have a sugar daddy because your daddy wouldn't give us no money. So I'm here to pick up that motherfucking daycare money Because what we ain't fixing to do is have Jaden have to go get no sugar daddy. Okay? We ain't never finna do that. So I'm glad you love your daddy. I appreciate everything your daddy did. I'm glad he's here to make sure y'all doing well together. I'm so happy to be able to text him and give him a message if I have to give it to you. I appreciate the little bit that he did do.
Damn.
But it was not enough, and maybe you feel like that, and that's why you're so angry at all of us.
Damn, she is dragging this nigga, boy. Damn. Yes, Inside Hockey Life. They listen. They go crazy for this online. But you know what? I'm gonna say this though. Like, it's something about when your mama say and your daddy wasn't shit. It just hit different. Especially when you know your mama ain't lying. But it's just like, damn. Damn, Carlissa.
I get it. We all need some counseling, but you need some counseling to stop feeling like your dad tried to belittle my name.
All right. So I just had to talk about that because baby Blueface got a whole situation going on over there. For the life of me, I would never understand why women put themselves in a situation where they are being led by Blueface. But as a homegirl usually tells me, these are fatherless. These are fatherless daughters. So shout out to fatherless daughters, but you ain't got to go that way. Now, shout out to Brandy. Brandy recently got recognized in her home city, her hometown of Macomb, Mississippi. All right. But everybody's been talking about her appearance and they've been talking about her weight. And it was talking about the braided wig. And I didn't really like the braided wig, but nonetheless, it was really talking about this lady appearance. And I feel like, y'all, we got to be careful when we do that. Do we not remember Chadwick Boseman and what Chadwick was dealing with and going through? You never know what somebody is dealing with and what they're going through. But, you know, people from her appearance in Mississippi, her performance at Essence, you know, people have been talking about the weight loss. It is what it is, right? To me, in my opinion, wait a minute. Oh, that was a braided wig on Moesha? I didn't know that. I thought she had got her real hair braided. That was a wig. That was a wig. Yes, we finna go back and look at some old pictures. Yes. Listen. I don't know if y'all remember, but it was some pictures that came out a little while back. She had went to Disneyland. That's the one in LA, right? Disneyland. I've never been. It was her, Sarai, and I think a couple other family members or friends or whatever. And she was like in a wheelchair being wheeled around, like on a little scooter. Okay. And she looked at a little sick then. I think it's a couple of things. I think she's stressed. I think that Ray J is stressing the family out, point blank, period. I also believe that now with Clive Davis being gone, Clive Davis hid a lot of her shit, hid a lot of her skeletons. Now with him being gone, I believe she's stressed about certain things coming out, certain things about shit she done, and certain things with Whitney. Okay. I believe that's why Ray J's so damn stressed out right now, because they do not want people digging into what really happened to Whitney. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe it's that. And I also believe when I look at her, this looks like witchcraft. This looks like somebody is pulling on her energy, and I believe this lady is in trouble. I'm just gonna keep it real. If we go back to the tour, let's look at pictures of her on tour. Brandy on tour with Monica. Okay. Now, this was this picture don't look the best either, but this was them after their Chicago concert. Okay. This was them after her Chicago concert. No, I don't believe she did anything to Whitney either, but I believe she knows more than what she's admitted, of course. Okay, can't forget about that note. Come on now. Hold up, let me pull up another picture. Okay. This was the promo for the tour with Monica. Okay, you see how she looks? Okay. That was the promo for the tour, but still looks a lot different. I'm trying to find one of her on stage. Okay, hold up. Okay, this was when they did the announcement for the tour. Okay, this is when they did the announcement for the tour. All right, let's go back. Matter of fact, I'll just go to her Instagram. That's what we'll do. Not Brandy gonna her music gonna be in my head all day. Okay. All right. So now if we go to her Instagram, now this is posted 6 hours ago. Oh, wait a minute. Do y'all see what I see? She's very thin even in this photo shoot. But do y'all see what I see? Her eyes look very tired. Thank you. Checkerboard. Yep. You know, I saw some people say maybe she's on the Ozempic, but she wasn't fat. But as you guys see on stage, yeah, she it looks like the energy is being sucked out of her, literally. There's the one-eye symbolism. The checkerboard is Freemasonic. It's Freemasonic in nature. We can go deeper into that on Rumble. Checkerboard symbolism. You know, the industry is all about symbols, just like the bathtub ritual. We already know how that goes. Okay, so let's go back. This is another recent photo shoot. Okay, yeah, you can tell it's Photoshop, but yeah, she's very thin. And what's the hand symbol she throwing? I know y'all see that. Okay, so oh, it's so pretty. Okay, look at her shoulder. Look at her shoulder. It ain't no muscle, ain't no fat. That's all bone. All bone. And boom, symbolism again. Let me ask you, was Brandy in a sorority? Did she actually go to college or did she join a sorority? Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. And what's getting me too, I feel the energy off the pictures. She looks tired. Oh no, she was homeschooled. Okay. She looks tired too. That's the thing. Okay. So we go back. Go back. Okay. This was back in March.
Oh my God. Is somebody getting this up? Oh, yeah.
You see how much brighter she looks? You see how her face is fuller? And that was in March, April, May, June, July. That was just 4 months ago. She looked like her regular self.
On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, it is my pleasure to welcome the 2,839th star to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Brandy!
And there go Issa Rae. Shout out to Issa.
Step on it. You're gonna kneel first. Not yet. However you want to do it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, she's still slim, but her breasts look fuller. Her face looks fuller. She looks normal. Okay, let's go back more.
Also, we gotta show love to Frank Jackson. This is my industry.
Okay, this is February. Still, her face don't look sunk in like it is now.
Where Frank at? Frank B. Jackson. Oh, Frank's here. Frank is here.
Okay, let's go back further.
Brandy's at J.
April 16th.
Hey, love everything you do. Brandy's at J. Hey, we feel the love with you. And a happy place to show the thing.
You know what? You know what? Y'all know I'm such a the dearest. Even if, like, you know, I was invited on the Jennifer Hudson show, I know I didn't talk too much shit about that lady, but even if I was, I don't want to do that tunnel. I'd be so paranoid that everything is spiritual, ritual, this, spiritual, that. I don't want to go through no tunnel. What the tunnel represent? What does purple represent? You know what I'm saying? I was so paranoid now. I would be so paranoid. You know, I don't want to come dance to y'all. And then I don't know. If it feel weird dancing, I wouldn't know what to do. I would just be like, I would just walk through that motherfucker like this. I mean, like, I don't want to do that. Just cut on the cameras and I'm on the couch talking to Jennifer. It's spiritual work that's basically what I wanted to talk about too inside Hockey Life. I truly feel it's spiritual work being done on this lady. And it's accelerated in the last few months. Okay. Now, this was her at Disneyland, January 19th, right? You see her with Sarai? Okay. Look. She looks like she's tired here too. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. It's a couple pictures where her eyes look normal, then there's some where they look crossed. Okay. Now, skull. Okay. Remember, they had to get her a scooter. They had to give her a scooter. No, I know she might have a I have one too. Most people don't notice it. I have one too, but yeah. But notice they had to get her a scooter. All we can do is pray. That's all we can do. Let's see. This is from December 6, 2025. Something changed around. Okay, so this December, she looks totally different here, and her eyes look normal. Okay, somewhere between, I'm feeling between Christmas and April, and then from April to now, it's accelerated, whatever it is. Oh, I took the coat off. Yeah. Let me go back a little further. That's December. Let's go. Okay, boom. Her and Monica. Damn, they go that checkerboard again. Yeah, she looks totally different here. Okay. Well, prayers for Brandy. That's all I can say. Look, I'm saying it. Go to that checkerboard again. Yeah, I didn't know she wore a Brady wig back in the day. I really didn't know. I didn't know. She's always struggled with weight, perhaps not this bad. Someone said the gematria number is not looking good. Let's see. How old is Brandy? How old is Brandy Norwood? She's 47. Brandy's 47. She's 47. I don't know what that means and nothing else, but okay, real quick. Somebody else asked about the checkerboard. Real quick. Spiritually, the checkerboard or black and white checkered pattern represents duality in the balance of opposing forces. It symbolizes the constant interplay between light and darkness, goodness and evil, wisdom and ignorance, joy and sorrow with the human experience. Even think as above, so below. It's really popular in Freemasonry and occultism. Okay, can also represent life's journey. Okay, each square represents the varied circumstances we encounter. And it also can be symbolic of yin and yang, shows that opposing forces are not meant to destroy, but to be harmonious with each other. Okay. If we go back to Freemasonry, they believe they believe it serves as a visual reminder that humans live in opposites, right? And must navigate their lives with discipline, making clear choices between right and wrong. Okay. So it's occultic in nature. Yeah, it's occultic in nature. I mean, you also see it. Okay. So another person who famously had a whole house full of the checkerboard floors was, y'all remember this house? Remember this house? Kris Jenner's house, the Kardashian house. Remember this house? They had checkerboard floors all over. It wasn't just the entrance, it was the kitchen, it was everywhere. The whole house represented the duality. See? So, yeah. If y'all remember, they been sold that house, but yeah. Then remember, they did her talk show set just like it. Her talk show was boring. I don't know who told that lady she needed a damn talk show, but anyway. Kyle Richardson, yeah. The rich and the wealthy, they do that for a reason. Yes. 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 I have Freemason family members that have that. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, people. We did what we did damn near 3 hours. Okay. She had a talk show briefly. Remember they Kanye had came on and showed the first pictures of Northwest when she was first born. You know, the picture of her on his shoulder. Yeah, and I don't know. She never gave talk show hosts. Okay. Anyway, people. Like, comment. Hold on. What's that? Oh, the hell. Oh, okay, perfect. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. I love y'all so much. We will be back later. I got to go eat because I am hungry. All right. I will catch you all later.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.